Purdy throwing. It's caught. Touchdown. And a flag is down on the far side at the 11-yard line. So for the moment, Ronnie Bell gets into the end zone.
Ronnie
That's
Bell.
Al Michaels, Amazon Prime.
Oh,
I'll tell you what. It was years back when, what was his name? Hugh Jackson was the coach of the Raiders.
look at you.
And he said, we're building a bully.
Yeah.
Well, the 49ers are building a bully. They got a bully.
No, they
here.
got a bully.
I know.
Yeah, I was there a lot. Go
That's
ahead.
right.
How you doing, partner?
I'm fine. Go ahead.
You look sharp today.
You were there.
Yeah, and I told you this before the season started. The first edition of Guru's Power Rankings had the Niners #1. But, Steiny, I'm not shocked. It was just more of a reminder that no other team on 3rd and 10, 3rd and long, has the ability to throw the ball in the flat and have guys yak yards after catch, not Henny, yak. And it's not just McCaffrey. It's Deebo reminding everybody, because I didn't think he had a bad year, but I think Deebo said to the world, McCaffrey's come in. Maybe y'all done forgot about me. I'm going to go to the lab. And now, no Brandon Aiyuk, and they still put up 30. And Purdy, about the file, let me put the 2 touchdowns in there. Let me put the career high yards in regular season passing in the file. And oh, by the way, McCaffrey dropped his 3rd one. Steiny, the Niners are the best team in football, and I'm just keeping it real. It is what it is. And until we see otherwise, partner, this is the Mike Tyson with the black shorts and the part in the hair.
Week
a couple
3,
takeaways.
Week 3, I would agree with you right now. They're the best team in the
Okay.
NFL. I always wonder how much that means right now, though.
I get you. You don't want to peak too early.
And this is a specific part of the game, but this is what jumped out at me.
Where you going? Because I thought of you.
Which time?
When there was a roughing the passer call, and I looked at my phone and saw the chat.
This is identifying greatness.
Okay.
One of the things that's always fascinated me is when you're at the highest level of a sport, NFL, and yet there's somebody who's head and shoulders above everybody else still. Freaking Deebo Samuel. You can't tackle him. Nobody can tackle him.
But you're not.
He can't be tackled.
I'm with you, but when did we forget? Like, you're acting like that's the first time, and I am, that we saw him. He was McCaffrey before McCaffrey. I'm watching that game without Aiyuk. Steiny, he can't be. Give me another. Dallas don't have a Deebo. Philly don't. There is no other Deebo. And it's just and Kyle drafted him and had this vision of how he was going to use him. 3rd and 12, you throw it in the flat. And come on, who does that?
Well, and also, I mean,
it's embarrassing what they got at their disposal.
Listen, you got to give them their compliments, but I feel like dropping dime on you.
Dropping dime. That's all you do. You know what? We got a special friend we're hooking up with that's going through some things, so we're gonna our friend. Yeah, B-Rat. So don't do that today. It ain't about me. It's about the game.
No. But I will. No, okay. It's not sticking it to you. You said this team's winning the Super Bowl.
Oh,
when you came in today.
And my dad got 2 tickets in his hands from Circa Hotel, the book where I placed the bet. Win the NFC and Super Bowl. He's feeling good, and I'm like, Pops, it's looking good. Steiny, this team was at the NFC Championship game last year, and we know why they didn't go. But last night, I know it was the Giants. It's not about who they're playing. It's how they scheme and we ain't even talked about the defense. That's all I wanted to see yesterday was the defense. How'd the defense look, Steiny?
Pretty good. They obviously look like the most complete team in football.
Talk to me.
They're scoring 30 a game. They don't give up a lot.
It wasn't perfect. I don't even think they played their A game yet.
You know what?
I'm including.
I'm going to fight you on that. I think they've been perfect. They have not turned the ball over one time yet this year.
Wow.
Not one time.
I ain't mad at you for that.
I mean, if you're telling me they have more talent or as much talent as anybody else, but they're not turning the ball over and they're this efficient, then they are going to be a big, big problem.
And what did you say last week, you and Evan? What roster could afford to lose their top player and still achieve their goal of winning the game? Brandon Aiyuk, Mr. Separator, when you talk about beating defenders and getting behind them, he didn't play yesterday, and the team just politely went out there and scored 30 points and probably could have had 40 if they wanted to.
Yep.
Dominated time of possession.
Yep, 40-20, essentially. George Kittle was really solid last night. Maybe his best play was preventing that ball from being intercepted.
What would you say to this on the First NorCal Credit Union YouTube chat, just to keep it real? And I'll let you respond. DC down. Calm down, Goo. 3 games. It was the Giants, and the refs gave them help. That all happened, but he's forgetting the other part, where the Giants got their ass kicked.
I mean, look, two things can be equally true. The 49ers can be
got a nice whistle,
the best team, and they got some breaks. Big deal. They don't get some breaks. They still probably win that game last night. 415 Steiny, you mentioned at the beginning of the season your Philadelphia friends weren't worried about the Niners. How do you think they might feel about them right now? You know what? I'm a little surprised. I thought they were higher on their own team than they were.
So they're not liking what they've seen thus far for Philly.
No, they're not. But, they were. I was asking them about Purdy, and they were saying that on Purdy's first drive, which wasn't a good one, they were saying, geez, he looks like Hurts. And I'm like, wait a minute. I thought you guys, no, they don't. Nobody likes their quarterback.
That could have been Purdy's worst drive, Steiny. But he got back off. He doesn't stop, and he's not scared. That's what I like about him. But about the deep ball, the little thing that you brought up yesterday, 2 good passes, one to Deebo, one to Ronnie Bell. And I asked Evan in the green room, when was the last time a 7th-rounder quarterback threw a touchdown to a 7th-round pick wide receiver? Never happened because Mr. Relevant has never started a game. So that was the first.
Juanito is in Antioch. Get us started, Juanito. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, well, how you fellas doing? Usually we're used to a Victory Monday, right?
Yeah. This is all right.
Hey, well, Victory Friday out here. Hey, but look, what you fellas were talking about. Hey, Brandon Aiyuk. Yeah, but George Kittle, hey, he stepped up, did he not?
Yeah. Didn't even mention Kittle yet.
Yes, I did.
No, hey, nobody had.
No, stop.
What'd
you guys
say?
Listen to the show?
Help us out.
I said George Kittle was a factor.
Okay.
I said, and his best play might have been not allowing the Giants to pick that ball off of Purdy.
All right, my bad.
Am I talking to myself? Thanks, Juanito. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Good job, Steiner.
888-957-9570 is the number. Niners go to 3-0 with a 30-12 win over the Giants. They got Arizona next week, but they got plenty of time to enjoy this one. And just a lot of stuff going right for the 49ers. They wanted to get off to a good start this year. They got off to a good start this year.
And how about Brock Purdy's career, Steiny? Whatever you want to nitpick or say or not give credit to, the one thing that just hits me like some bad alcohol, he's undefeated in the regular season. There's a reason. He's bringing something to the table. He knows what he's doing, and he knows how to run this offense.
So Purdy fumbled against the Steelers? Is that the one he recovered on his back?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or did they lose the fumble against the Steelers? Somebody's saying
he recovered that one. He fumbled twice.
Brock Purdy fumbled that T.J. Watt recovered?
Yeah.
Okay, so they do have a turnover.
Yeah.
My bad. But still, 1 in 3 games. You know what that means? They're on a pace to have 5 or 6 turnovers all season. It's still unbelievable how they're so dynamic and yet efficient. At least they have been.
How about my Evan? You can, if you want to give me the tennis shoes, take this victory lap.
That they look better without Aiyuk?
No, you two being wrong on Elijah Mitchell. He had over 9 carries. My old Madden days.
So you picked the one thing you were right on?
Yeah, that's how you do it.
49ers are a top team, but they haven't played anyone yet. Go ahead. tell them you can only play who's in front of you. Go ahead. No,
I don't like that one.
Say
no,
it.
they won
Evan
the
will.
NFC Championship last year. How
Evan
about
will.
that schedule? If you want to go back to there,
Oh.
quit being in denial.
Sorry, I thought Steiny was going to take a victory lap.
For what?
That was a pretty good deep ball from Brock Purdy to Deebo Samuel, right?
I thought we're not doing that today.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
We're
my
not
bad.
doing that today to Goo.
You made it up. It was fictitious because
What?
I said something was a footnote in the file. Didn't say. I
get
didn't
mad
come
at
out
me.
and say he can't
Don't
do
get
it.
mad at me right
and
now.
everybody called
We're
you
not
a
doing
troll
that.
on my
We're not
Twitter
doing that
feed.
today.
So nobody bit the cheese. You don't get a victory lap for something that
You know what,
wasn't
Evan?
said.
I'll take it.
Yeah,
Come to
but
think of
I'm
it.
mad at Evan.
How was that
Jeez.
back shoulder throw to McCaffrey?
That was beautiful.
Oh, baby.
Well,
can he throw
McCaffrey
that?
didn't catch it.
Well, it's still a great throw.
Yeah, he should have had 3 tugs.
I mean, I don't know why you throw to brick hands McCaffrey.
Look at you.
You know what I was thinking is, and I don't know if today's the day to do it because the Niners have looked just terrific, and
Mike Tyson.
everything's going their way. But what does adversity even look like for this team? Or what is it? What's an obstacle?
Ask me what it's looked like if I can for the Niners in the past under Kyle.
What does it look like in the past?
Injury has been the only thing, Steiny. And I'm going to the Jimmy days. You give me a team or somebody else that's had their number, I can't think of it. Injury is my answer to your question.
Well, I'm not going to solely say that. I still think, there's a lot of. It's not going to be this easy. I mean, it's not. It can't be this easy.
Well,
for
you
the
got
49ers.
Philly and Dallas, the Rams again.
And, Evan brought up a good point. Their
Ravens.
schedule's pretty soft this first 4 games. Then it gets tougher in the middle, and then it lightens up a little bit at the end. So they may as well. The teams that they play lend themselves to getting off to a good start, and they've taken advantage of it. Trucker 23. Did you wear the shirt last
Well,
night?
you see me? No, I didn't. We're going to wear it on the show together.
No, I thought you were going to
The
wear
show
it at
was,
the game.
I had it in my other wardrobe location in Sac, so I couldn't get to it. What the whole plan was, before we go to Trucker,
Sure.
we're going to wear it together on the show. Steiny and Guru, 7-1.
Right.
Trucker 23. Purdy's number 1 in the league on pass attempts for 10-plus yards.
Well, up until yesterday,
Whoa.
that was not the case. It was, who was that, Evan? You gave me the great nugget, but they played an extra game, so he probably surpassed him.
I think that's probably an average. But
I think it was Tua.
Yeah, Tua had with 10.7, I believe.
I think Brock having a really bad game is bound to happen. Can he bounce back? That's the adversity I foresee. Well, let's say Kittle doesn't make that play and there's an interception, or the batted ball gets picked off, or the when they snap the ball and it last week and Kittle hits his knee and it bounced. These games aren't going to be lost with just one turnover. You could, if they had 2 turnovers in week 1, 1 last week and 1 last night, they'd still be 3-0. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what this team looks like if they struggle. Like what does their struggle look like? Right. It feels like, I think you're right, man. 3rd and 8 doesn't daunt them at all.
Man, they were 2-5 in the red zone, Steiny. Obviously, you want that to be a little bit better, but one of those was the first drive where Purdy could have got picked off. He didn't, but 2 of 5, you want that to be a little stronger.